Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 2025 Hillel Academy Grade 6 graduation. Right now, we are in the graduation lounge with our graduates, and we're just going to have a little talk with them. This is their grand finale. Moving on up to the high school. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you this year's class of 2025. Hello, my lovely children. Who am I interviewing first? So, we are going to get to one of our footballers. I have Jace here, and we want to hear a little bit from Jace. Jace, how has it been for you being at Hillel? When did you start Hillel?
I started in kindergarten at 2015.
He started in 2015 kindergarten. Come and stand over here, Jace, my handsome child. And I want to know what your favorite memory at Hillel has been.
My favorite memory was going to the field trip when I was in grade 4, and I just had so much fun there.
So you'd say you've had an amazing journey here at Hillel with us?
Yes.
Thank you, Jace. All the best. Are you coming to Hillel High?
I really hope so.
I really hope so too, because I'm going to have you. All right, let me get a girl. Here we have Miss Emma Chin, one of my theater kids, one of my favorite girls. Emma, how long have you been here at Hillel?
I have been here since grade 4.
Since grade 4, and Emma was coming from Immaculate. I've been trying to get Emma to come to Hillel from her mommy had her. And finally, after COVID, we got Emma. So Emma, tell me, what have you enjoyed most at Hillel?
The most thing I've enjoyed at Hillel was all my friends that I've met, the acting with Auntie Nushi, our teachers who have been coming here to teach us every day and make us learn, and so on.
Lovely. Well, it has been a pleasure. Are you coming to me in high school?
Yes, I am.
She's coming to the high school, guys. Theater extraordinaire, my little darling Emma, thank you. Moving on, who do we have? Let's get some boys here. Come and tell everybody your name. Another one of my favorites. Boy, I have a whole heap of favorites. Speak up like a bright child. He's going to be my doctor one day. Give them your name.
I'm Sekou Baker.
Sekou, you hear the name? Fabulous. Now, which teacher would you say has made the most impact on you from when you started Hillel? What year? 2015 too?
I started whenever grade 2 started.
So Sekou came to us in grade 2. So teacher, from grade 2 to grade 6, which teacher would you say has made the most impact on you?
Miss McGee.
Miss McGee. Miss McGee, come here quick. I'm just calling name. I have to call you. Miss McGee is new to us. She started this year, right? And you have made the most impact on Sekou. So everybody, this is Miss Megs. She loves salads. Now she has just come to us first year, so we want to hear from you. What has been your most memorable experience at Hillel?
My children.
Your children. Anything, let's give them something. Tell them something. What would you say to them about going over to high school? What can you, just a little blurb that you could tell them?
They've been through a year with ups and downs and challenges and high pressure in term 2. All they need to do is focus on their goals and dreams and pull from within, because they have what it takes to materialize their dreams.
Absolutely, and this is a very lively and vibrant grade 6, guys. I see Mila and Mika. Can Mila and Mika come down here quickly, please? Two of my performers, my fabulous dancers, singers. They are actually triple threats, and we want to hear a little bit from them because they're going to come and star the stage in high school. Ladies, when did you start Hillel Prep?
In K1, so like 8 or 9 years ago. I started in K1, but then I left and I came back in grade 5.
All right. Most fun moment at Hillel. Tell us, what was your most fun moment?
When we were in PE class and I had a splash fight with all my friends.
A splash fight with all her friends. Yes, Hillel, we do these things all the time. We surprise the kids and we allow them to have fun and have fun learning. What about your most memorable moment, Mika?
I feel like the whole of Matilda Jr. was really fun. Yeah. And Annie, but like just the productions.
So Mika's favorite moments have been all the productions that she has starred in. Thank you, my diva girls. It's been wonderful. I see. Come, girls, come and talk. We have a nice young man here too, standing up. Tell us your name, sir.
Rahul Bhatia.
What would you say you're looking forward to going to high school? What's the thing that you say you can't wait? Like, what are you burning to do in high school?
Meeting new friends?
Meeting new friends. Are you coming over to the high school?
No.
What high school are you going off to?
I'm planning for Campion, but if I don't get it, I might come to Hillel.
All right, we're okay with that. Hail, Campion, hail. All the best to you on your future journey. We have my girls. We have Layla here. We're Paigey, one on either side. Come, we're walking. So let's walk and talk. Me say one on either side. Thank you. These are two of my amazing girls. We have our head girl here, Paige. And Layla, you have a title in the prep? Deputy head. So I have my heads and my deputy heads. And what an amazing journey it has been with these girls. I actually grew up with Paige's dad, Chris, and she is like my baby. So, you know, having her in plays with me every year, well, for the last 2 years, has been amazing. And Layla starred as Matilda. So here we have it. We're going to step onto the red carpet. Girls, what has been your most memorable moment at Hillel?
Like, we always have fun with our classmates and, like, Miss McGee's, like, funny classes and, like, plays, of course. It's always just, like, the badging ceremony, like, every assembly that we've had, it's always just been fun.
What about you, Layla? Give me a moment that was not in grade 6 that has stood out for you.
When I met all my friends and I got good grades in class and I got into the production and started.
All right, and these girls have been together from K1 and they have maintained their friend group. It is the cutest thing to see their posts from K1 all the way up to grade 6. And now I'm going to be in these posts in grade 7 because you guys are coming to me, right? Just say yes. Yes, they're coming to me. Thank you, ladies. All the best, and I'll see you soon. Now we have my fabulous high school principal, Senor Lloyd Holmes, coming in with his dapper. Let me just introduce him in his couture. We look good together. We always sing together, dance together. We've done everything together because we've been together for 20 years. Just about, and we are just about 20-something years old too.
Getting younger by the year.
Mr. Holmes, it's lovely to see you here. We are one school, and that's why we have our high school principal supporting this fabulous night tonight. Mr. Holmes, tell us how you feel about being the principal and welcoming this amazing, rowdy, vibrant bunch coming in tonight.
It has been an honor, an absolute honor being the principal of Hillel Academy High School. The journey has been amazing, and working with these young people even more so. To see them transition every year, to see them grow into who they are supposed to be. That's something it has been just amazing to witness and to be a part of. And as I look at the upcoming grade 7 students, the new high schoolers, I continue to be excited just about, you know, the people they are going to become and to be a part of their journey as they transition from prep school to high school and then later on to university. So, you know, I'm honored to be a part of their journey and look forward to working with them.
Thank you so much, Mr. Holmes. We see a parent here waiting. Mr. Holmes says excited. He's excited. I feel a little anxious. But here we have a parent who I used to teach at Hillel. And we're going to have a very short interview. Tiffy, who is a teacher here now, and I had her in grade 8, 7 all the way up. Tiffy, how has it been for you? You've been a student at Hillel, you're a teacher at Hillel, and you're a parent at Hillel. Just tell us what your journey has been like very quickly.
I love being able to be so involved in my kids' lives. I love being able to see their day to day. I love their teachers. I love their group of friends, and I'm really lucky to be here. And they're really lucky to be here too.
Oh, thank you, Tiffy. Nobody start crying yet. You can cry later. And Miss Sharika Rose Foster in her blue. Hello, darling. You look fabulous tonight, as usual. Now, you see your rowdy, fabulous bunch there. We're keeping it very short, as Mr. Hall would say. Just tell us a little something about your last 2 years with these kids as principal.
For me, my last 2 years with these kids has been wonderful. They are, yes, a rowdy bunch, a very lively bunch, but very loving. They have a warmth that I have not experienced in a very long time. It is great to go into their classrooms every day and to be greeted with hugs. You know, that's the heart of who they are, and I'm really, really going to miss them.
Thank you, Rosie Posey. Rosie and I taught in high school, so she's one of my very good friends coming up from high school. I see him. Delia, I see Delia coming in. And as she said, warm hugs. That is Hillel's culture, as Delia, our PTA president, is walking into me. We are a loving family. Hillel, culture, hugging, loving. Hi. My friend Delia. Now, Delia, you have gone through with your daughter in high school now. Tell me something you want to tell these kids, because you've been there. Kia is now in grade 9, and so she's done this. Tell these kids something. What would you want, or the parents? Maybe you should tell the parents who are anticipating this high school journey. What do you have to tell them about what to expect?
Well, first of all, it's my absolute pleasure and honor to be here tonight. This evening, I actually feel so nostalgic. I'm in my 10th year at the school, and only 3 years ago I went through this, you know, and it brings me a lot of pleasure just to be here to share the moment with the parents and the students. But I would say really high school is something to look forward to. It's a place where your child gets the opportunity to blossom, to shine, to evolve in who they really want to be. You know, Hillel offers that environment for a wholesome, holistic development. Yes.
Thank you, my darling. Now go and have your seat, and we'll be joining you shortly. And now we look forward to welcoming our director extraordinaire, Monsieur Mark Rosenblum. Hello, darling Mark.
Hello, hello, hello.
Can I call you darling?
Of course. What am I to do here?
You can do whatever you like. I think you should, though. We have 2 minutes to go, sir.
No problem. Hello, all. I imagine I'm speaking to sixth graders and their beloved supporters. Listen, sixth graders, as you'll hear me say soon in my opening remarks, as you begin your new chapter, for me, you're moving from the kid chapter to the young person chapter. I don't like the word tweens. I call it young people, and there are a number of things you're going to need to know. You'll hear about them shortly. You guys are a wonderful group, and so many great chapters lie ahead for you. So, so proud.
Thank you so much, Mark. And to my fabulous audience inside, I hope you are all ready for the time of your life. These kids are raring to go, and they look amazing. Parents are still coming in, but we are gonna get started. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for sending your kids to Hillel. And I personally look forward to welcoming each and every one of them into grade 7 to do theater arts, music, drama, and all of the other things that they're going to have an amazing time doing. So, right over to you in the ballroom.
Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, please take your seats and kindly silence your phone unless you are getting a call from Hogwarts, NASA, or Beyonce. I now welcome the students to come in as we begin our graduation ceremony. Let's give a big round of applause as our stars of the evening enter the room, our bright and beaming graduates of 2025. I ask everyone to stand, please. What a proud moment, ladies and gentlemen. Please remain standing for the playing of the national anthem.
Guard us with thy mighty hand.
you. You may all be seated. Welcome to the Hillel Academy Preparatory Graduation Ceremony for 2025. It is my honor to welcome members of the Board of Governors and the Board of Trustees, Mr. Stephen Henriquez, spiritual leader of the United Congregation of Israelites, Mr. Mark Rosenblum, head of schools, Mrs. Lori Macmillan Thompson, admissions and business support director, Mrs. Sharika Rose Foster, or principal of the prep school, Mr. Lloyd Holmes, principal of the high school, Miss Rochelle McClymont, teaching and learning coordinator, and other leaders in the prep school, Mrs. Dahlia Alert, PTA president, Miss Royan Chin, PTA vice president in the prep school, and other members of the PTA executive. Our educators, parents, invited guests, and the little people of the moment, our graduates. A pleasant evening to you all. Apologies on behalf of our chairman, Mr. Philip Henriquez, who is unavoidably absent. I am Pettigay Gale, vice principal in the prep school, and it gives me great pleasure to serve as your master of ceremonies for this very special event. As Hillel recognizes, along with families and friends, 47 vibrant and very talented boys and girls who will graduate from Hillel Preparatory School. This journey began years ago for many of you, some in kindergarten, some in grade 1, and a few of you joined along the way. But this evening, it does not matter where you started, you are finishing together. As I guide this evening's proceedings under the theme, "A New Chapter Begins," I extend heartfelt congratulations to you all on reaching this incredible milestone. Parents, you too have been a part of this journey. Inviting now to the stage, Nyla Blair and Elias Cooper, members of the prefect body who will lead us in prayer.
Please bow your heads as we pray.
Dear God, as we gather here today to celebrate our grade 6 graduation, we thank you for the journey we have completed and for the privilege of attending this noble institution. Thank you for the lessons we've learned, the memories we've made, and the people who have helped to shape us along the way.
We are grateful for our teachers who believed in us, even when we doubted ourselves. For our families who loved and supported us through every challenge and every triumph. And for our friends who've made these years joyful and unforgettable.
As a new chapter begins, help us to walk bravely into the unknown. Give us strength when things get hard, wisdom to make good choices, and compassion to treat others with love and respect.
Bless this ceremony today and bless every graduate seated here. May we go forward with faith, hope, and the confidence that we were made for greatness.
We thank you for all these blessings, and in your name we pray, amen.
Thank you, Nyla and Elias. At this time, the school song will be sung by our graduates. Graduates, I invite you all to stand. I
invite the audience to stand as well.
We will walk the road together, hand in hand.
Working side by side to stand. Out of many people we are one. Children of all nations need the sun. Playing, learning, growing, came together to prepare for life ahead is our endeavor. We are learning for living. We are learning to care. We share with each other. We are proud to be Hillel, all love and thanks to you, Hillel, Hillel. To you we will be true. We will lift our eyes towards the mountains blue. They shelter and inspire us through and through. We look beyond them to a wider world.
March to new horizon, plans unfurled.
With God as our guide, the future we face to give our best to the human race. We are learning for living. We are learning to care. We share with each other. We are proud to be
Thank you. You may all be seated. And if you were paying attention, you would notice little Sarah in that video. I now invite our head of school, Mr. Mark Rosenblum, to bring us official welcome. Mr. Rosenblum.
Greetings, good evening. Welcome to a very, very, very joyous moment. I want to greet the class first, our graduates of 6th grade in the year 2025. You all look fabulous. You walked in a way that's as fabulous as you are, and it's great to see you together like this. So to everyone else, welcome. Mr. Chairman of the Hillel Board of Governors, Philip Enriquez, in absentia this evening. Members of the Hillel Board of Governors, largely rot. Dr. Terry Hall, in absentia, I believe this evening. If not, she's not in the front row. President of the United Congregation of Israelites, the trustees at large of the United Congregation of Israelites, the Hillel senior management team, Principal Sharika Rose Foster, Vice Principal Petake Gale, other members of the senior leadership team of the prep school, esteemed, deeply esteemed faculty, AKA teachers, assistant teachers, learning support educators, enrichment staff, behavioral support, counseling, and the general spirit of all who walk within the prep school each day. Welcome. PTA exec, PTA reps, business office, ancillary and security staff, friends and supporters of Hillel, past, present, and future. Welcome, and welcome again to each of you, the graduates of the 6th grade class of 2025. Here we go. It's my job to welcome, but not take too long doing it. I'm to say words, and words that matter, words well chosen, and no more. Ready? Here we go. A new chapter begins. Well, I'm going to refer to something called a book. It's a book for young persons. It's a book for young persons aged 9 to 12. I feel like it's more on the 12-year-old, 11, 12-year-old end of that. I've read it many times. It's one of my favorites of many. It's by an author named Lauren Wolk, who, by the way, states when asked when she became a writer, the day that she was born in 1959. The book is called Wolf Hollow. Anybody read it? I recommend it. It takes place a long time ago, you know, the setting. It was written in 2016. That's not so long ago. But the story takes place during World War II in a lost country, small place in the middle of Pennsylvania in the United States. And here's a little bit about it without going on too long. It tells the story of a young girl. Her name is Annabelle. And she must confront, virtually all by herself, the cruelty and injustice that occurs within her community and that snowballs from the actions and statements of one person her age. And that leads one adult in that community's midst to be judged in such a way with no proof and no evidence. A veteran, no less, recently returned from the war front and understandably troubled a bit, a loner, easy person to lay blame upon. Well, Annabelle has to deal with this newly arrived young person, her age, her name is Betty. And she has to find within herself, grapple with herself, with peer pressures, community pressures, adult pressures upon her, what others might think, not think, in order to find her own courage, as she is actually the only person in the entire community who knows the truth of why Betty orchestrated her own disappearance for a number of days, and then a story about that. It's a book about two people who may not have become friends, an adult and a young person, who become deeply bonded. And it's about just how complex human nature is. In young person's words, and I consider myself one, people can be really complicated. Now, I'm going to tell you one of my favorite lines in that book as you prepare your new chapter. Annabelle says at one point, now how many of you are 11? A lot of you, right? If you're 10, you'll be 11. Most of you come into my 7th grade French or Spanish class at age 12, some still 11, many turn 13 by the time they've reached this point in the year, in a year. But I'll say this, Annabelle was 11 when the book starts. She turns 12 during the story, and she says, the year I turned 12, I learned that what I said and what I did mattered. Second chapter of my talk. I have some advice, just a bit. In fact, it's not advice, they're observations. See, you're headed to 7th grade, and I have the privilege of teaching that grade. Taught it many years in my career in different places and in different countries, and I've taught it for 2 years here, and that's every single one of the 7th graders. It's not just a taste, it's all of you. So here's some things I've observed. Some funny ones first, because we need some lighthearted right now in the transition of the speech. When I walk around with a pencil box of brand new sharpened pencils in my right pocket, together with my board markers and my board eraser in my back right pocket. If you're the same person each and every class, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, that's always asking me for a pencil, that's a problem. If I tell you that organization isn't as hard as it seems, because we seem to think the word is a long word and it seems kind of yucky, you can still be a young person. Remember, you're not a kid anymore. Your new chapter is young person. Your old chapter was kid. Young persons just need one simple system. I call it the manila folder. And I give you each one. I even have a spare, because usually by December, someone needs one of those. I know you can get those things on your own, parents. I'm well aware of that. It's not that they have these things. It's symbolic, you see, to help them understand. If on Monday, I give you a piece of paper, and then you have class on Wednesday and you don't have that piece of paper, you're not organized. And to have that piece of paper isn't that complicated. And if you don't like my manila folder system, invent your own, because you're a young person now. You're not a kid. Next, when you get to high school, 7th grade, people don't hold your hand as much. The adults, we're there for you always. Do not worry. We're your rock, always. But we will not actively hold your hands, and it's by design. And it's okay to complain about it. It's okay to talk and complain about us adults all the time, in fact, because it's fun to talk about. No problem, as long as it's with respect and in good faith and goodwill. A couple of more observations. Being a good person, takes a lot of effort. You don't wake up and by not doing anything that hurts someone, or by not serving your own self well as a learner, by not being bad, that means you were a good person. I need to report, it's an observation. You have to actively be a good person. Each of us adults has to do the same thing. Remember, you're a young person now. Learning is not about grades. Learning is about learning. That's an entire speech unto itself, so I leave it with you to ponder. How you decide to look at things that occur, how you decide, you not your friend, you not mom, dad, although their input counts a great deal. How you decide to look at things makes all the difference. In whether you have a negative experience or an overly negative one, or whether you're the person who leans into the negative part and says, okay, well, now I've seen this before. There's something good that comes out of this stuff. There's something to be learned. There's something to be observed, or I don't even need to know yet, but I'm going to hold in my mind that it can be yucky and other things at the same time if I'm open to knowing that that's true. Which means even if the research shows, and it's okay, that 11, 12, 13, 14-year-olds often see the world as an on-off switch, fully good, fully bad. That person is a horrible person. That person is a good person. I'm a victim. That person is an aggressor. It's more complicated than that. Human beings are complicated. You are too. I see complicated as a good thing and a bad thing and everything in the middle. If you think you're going to be the first human being who's not complicated, you know the answer to that. It's just not going to happen. Almost done. You have agency. I'm not talking about a talent agency. I could say you have power. I don't like that word either. It's misunderstood. You are not called upon, in fact, you don't need to think that because you're a young person, the world happens to you. Things happen around us. Things happen that we're a part of, that we're a party to. But if you decide that you actually have a role in your chapters, some of them flipped through, maybe, some of them written entirely by you, and hopefully most of them chapters you flip through that have stuff going on all around you and your own markings, not just in the margins. Throughout, you can shape the words, bend them, grow them, reconfigure them most of the time. Yeah, you can. You're not passive creatures. You're not expected to be. Nature, the universe, God does not want you to be that way. Maturing, growing global citizens who will save or at least better the world, each and every one of you, don't function like that. We get up and we say, all right, I matter. Let's return to Annabelle's words to close. Now let's think, what was it now? The year I turned 12 was the year I learned that my words and my actions matter. They do. Very proud of you. Enjoy this very special evening. It's for you.
A new chapter begins. Very profound and fitting welcome about chapters and books. Thank you, Mr. Rosenblum, our head of school. At this time, I invite Mila Hosang, Deputy Head Girl, and Sekou Baker, Deputy Head Boy, to introduce the graduating class of 2025. It feels so good to say that.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, amazing teachers, and the best parents ever, welcome to one of the most unforgettable days of our lives. I am Mila.
And I am Sekou. And together we are honored to introduce a class ready to turn the page and begin an exciting new chapter.
This is a group of dreamers and doers, performers and programmers, athletes and advocates, and yes, even the snackers. A class that has left its mark on Hillel Prep with courage, creativity, and care.
We've laughed, learned, led, and grown. And now, as the story shifts to a brand new page, we are ready to take on the world one bold chapter at a time.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and put your hands together for the fearless, fabulous, future-shaping Hillel Prep graduating class of 2025.
Thank you, my Mila. I call her my Mila. And Sekou. I now invite on stage our principal, Mrs. Sharika Rose Foster, a lady of bold vision, to do the official welcome and the principal's reflection.
Last year, I found myself in a gentle conversation, more amusing, with a cherished pillar of our school community. We were reflecting on how graduation speeches have evolved over the years. He spoke with fond nostalgia about the days when principal's reflection would recount all that happened throughout the year. A kind of living yearbook, if you will, spoken aloud. It wasn't a critique, just a joyful observation, but it stayed with me. And so, before I turn the page fully into the present, allow me the honor, just for a moment, that beautiful tradition. 2 years ago, when I stepped into the role of prep school principal, I stood before the community and cast a vision, bold in its clarity and quietly radical in its intent, to have 100% of our students become leaders academically, socially, and civically. Not someday in the distant future, but here and now. That they would rise as academic thinkers, social change makers, and civic contributors. Since that day, the work of bringing that vision to life has unfolded with steady, intentional steps. Because vision, as I've come to understand it, does not always arrive with fanfare. More often, it seeps into the everyday, the rustle of notebook pages, the whispers of a well done, the curious hands raised in a classroom. It emerges in the quiet commitment to become, each day, just a little bit more of our best self. This year, we saw that deepen its roots and stretch new limbs. We saw our students begin to take the lead, not just in aspiration, but in action. Where we once noted a decline in PEP math results, we now begin to see that curve going upwards. In just our second year of entering the Junior Math Olympiad, the number of students who participated jumped from 18 the previous year to over 30 this year. And one student who participated the year before returned with a clear goal, to be the top student in his grade level. And guess what? He did it, earning the national trophy and outshining all his peers across the island. Now that is taking the lead academically, and that is best self revealed. We saw it in the quiet but transformative work of our students who were appointed to the newly minted role of student outreach ambassadors. Students who understood that leadership begins with service, whether guiding guests to their seats or organizing donations for those in need. They carried themselves with pride and humility. We saw it in the small places, like a grade 1 student confidently guiding kindergarten class through a robotics task, teaching them how to program a mouse to find its cheese through multiple pathways and obstacles, showing us leading is not about age, it's about posture, and that it is contagious. In every corner of our campus, signs of this unfolding vision appeared. Grade 1 to 5 class monitors, another new student leadership position, wore their badges with like medals of honor, holding doors, settling classmates, and modeling Hillel pride. At our first track meet for the season, one brave student stood alone as our sole track and field representative. Was he anxious? Yes, but he was unwavering, and he ran with heart to claim a bronze medal. Others battled on football fields, made waves in the swimming pools, and spun across table tennis courts, giving their all. showing that taking the lead means being resilient and not shrinking from the hard stuff, and in so doing are inspiring greatness and pride in others. Our students have begun to ask better questions, not just of their lessons, but of the world. They have wondered aloud how to shift the dynamics in friendship, how to include others, how to lead, how to be better. This is what it looks like when a culture changes, not with noise, but with nuance. From academic excellence to national acclaim in arts, in just our second year, 2 national awards in the JCDC Music Festival and an invitation to perform at Melogaround. The stories of this year has been one of becoming, slowly, steadily, boldly, and beautifully. Stone by stone, we're building not just a school, we're building children into citizens. We're building lives into legacy. And what a joy it is to witness this transformation, to be a part of it, and now to celebrate with this graduating class, whose journey I will now reflect on personally. Our Honorable Chairman in absentia, Philip Henriquez, esteemed members of the Board of Governors and Trustees, our revered spiritual leader from the United Congregation of Israelites, Mr. Stephen Henriquez, our ever-curious head of school, Mr. Mark Rosenblum, our vibrant and esteemed principal of the high school, Mr. Lloyd Holmes, our anchoring element, our admissions director, Mrs. Lorianne McMillan Thompson, devoted PTA president, Mrs. Delia Alert, our PTA vice president in the prep school, Royan Chin, specially invited guests, our most diligent and dedicated faculty and staff in the prep school, proud parents, and of course, our radiant graduates. A most pleasant good evening to you all. Thank you. I love them. Tonight we celebrate a beautiful convergence, the closing of one chapter and the turning of a fresh, hopeful page. Saying farewell to the class of 2025, a class who over the past year has helped to write the story of what it looks like when a vision begins to take root. A class who even in challenge, reach deeply into themselves to grow, bravely, brilliantly, and beautifully unique. I will never forget our earliest moments together. It was grade 5 science, and I had handed them a code, a jumble of nonsense, really. But this is gibberish, one student exclaimed. And yes, it was, until it wasn't. Because within the chaos were keys, clues, and when they unlocked it, they discovered the words of French scientist Henri Poincaré. Science is built up of facts as a house is with stones, but a collection of facts is no more a science than a heap of stones, a house. This class has not just collected facts. They've laid foundations. They've built friendships and resilience, memory and meaning. And I've had the profound honor of watching that house take shape. One of my most treasured memories and moments was being back in the high school science lab with them. Lab coat swishing, test tube bubbling, faces lit with wonder. It was more than just a lesson. It was a return to my first love, teaching, and they allowed me to revel in it. But what makes this class unforgettable isn't just their brilliance, it's their warmth. Every time I step into their classroom, I am met with a joyous chorus of, "Good morning, Miss Rose Foster," followed by a tidal wave of arms and hugs. Every time. They may have thought that they were receiving a hug from me, but in fact, I was the one being held by them. They are leaders in title and in temperament, from helping young students at assemblies to bringing the auditorium to one voice. What we've seen from this class is that leadership is not about being loud. It's about leaning into your best self day by day, challenge by challenge, especially when it would be easier not to. So consider yesterday. I gathered a small group of students who were to play an important role in tonight's ceremony. They approached me cautiously, unsure of why they were being summoned. I saw an opportunity, please forgive me, and I took it, okay? Perhaps I might have enjoyed the moment a little too much. So I stiffened my expression, narrowed my eyes, and I asked, can someone tell me why did you do it? They grew quiet. They exchanged glances. A hand went up, another hand went up, and then they began to explain themselves, not knowing what for. But I did get some really good explanations. That I leaned in just a little bit more, and I said, imagine the implications for graduation tomorrow. Tensions peaked. And then, of course, I had to let it go. You're here, I said, because you've been chosen to play a very special role in tomorrow's graduation. The relief was immediate. Laughter broke out. One student gasped. Another fell on the floor. Miss, that is not funny, one of them said as she hugged me tightly. Sorry, guys. But you see, it wasn't just a joke. It was a moment that I will certainly treasure, and also a lesson or two that teaches us that life often disguises its best surprises as challenges at first. And also that in life, we'll sometimes feel uncertain, even undeserving. But when the call comes, and it will, we must be ready to show up and step in it, even if our hearts are racing. And this class knows how to show up. Trust me. I remember the morning of their first PEP ability test. As the tension of the unknown loomed large in the room, a quiet hum began in one corner. And then voices rose together, unrehearsed, unscripted, singing, I am a promise, I am a possibility. That anthem became a thread they wove through the fabric of the exam season. They sang it again and again, before tests, on bus, sometimes just for courage. That wasn't just a song for them. It was a declaration of what they believed about themselves, that they were more than data points, more than test scores. They were possibility. And possibility is exactly what they have shown us. From PEP performances to science project brilliance, and trust me, they have come up with some brilliant designs. They've pushed through the academic rigor. One student who once found math, a mountain, said, math used to be hard for me, but my teacher helped me, and now I feel better at it. Another said, balancing schoolwork and swimming wasn't easy, but I did it. And another still, I had to live up to my parents' expectations. That was hard, but I kept going. And that's what being your best self truly means. Not perfection, but persistent. And their stories didn't stop there. They made memories that stitched their class together. They choreographed music, class performance, played dodgeball, had water fights, wars on the field, launched surprise parties where movie days actually turned into a mini sleepover where they fell asleep even before the movie began. Their memories have sparkled like the pages of a coming-of-age novel, as spoken about by our head of school. They've danced through joy, wrestled with growth, and laughed their way through the tension of becoming. They've done the hard work of learning and the even harder work of growing up together. They didn't do it alone. So to our teachers, your hearts have been the steady hands that guided them, the patient voices that reassured them, and the spark that ignited their minds. Your nicknames, your surprise visits, your push-up contest in class, your wielding of a foam samurai sword, these things actually really matters to them. They have become the lure of life-changing year for these students. So thank you for showing up and for helping them to show up as their best selves. These students have laughed, learned, and led. Civically, they've stepped into service to others, spearheading an outreach drive to Mary's Child Home. With the support of their parents, they raised funds and gathered well-needed items for young mothers and their babies. Embodying the kind, yes, you can clap them, yes. And the donation box is still in our prep school waiting area. So if you have items, please drop them off there. We're going to the home next week, Tuesday, right, on the 24th. So we're still accepting donations, all right? They are proof that compassion is not too big for small shoulders, and they made room for others in their hearts. To their parents, I want to say thank you. You've been the steady hand behind every sharpened pencil, the quiet courage behind every anxious morning, the unwavering belief behind every bold step that your child has taken. You've sat through homework and study marathons, dried tears of frustration and anxiety, packed lunches, attended meetings, offered pep talks, literally, and most of all, you've loved them unconditionally. And so tonight, as we celebrate them, we also celebrate you, because this night is a testament to your sacrifice, your sleepless nights, your quiet prayers, and of course, you being a powerful behind the scenes for them. So as we get into this new chapter, as you head into the high school, my darling graduates, you might find yourselves getting lost as you try to navigate the space and find your classes. And if you're heading to Hillel High, your next story might open with you misplacing every locker key you have been given. Yes, all three of them, and possibly before September ends. But let me assure you that some of the best stories begin in disarray. Just ask Luke Skywalker, if you've watched Star Wars, all right, who started as a farm boy and ended up a Jedi. You too will find your guides, your Yodas, who will remind you that the Force is strong within you, even when you can't feel it. Your chapter will not end as it began. For it is never the beginning that defines the journey, but the finish. And even more than that, who you become along the way, that truly matters. And you, my dear graduates, have already become so much. But perhaps the most and powerful truth I can leave with you tonight is this, from the words of Marion Williamson, words that I found when I was in high school and that have shaped my life profoundly. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that frightens us. We were born to manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some, it is in everyone, and that includes you. So reach high, reach for dreams that feel too big, reach for the version of yourself that you've not yet met, because you, my darlings, you are promises, you are possibilities. You're a song and a chapter, sorry, I'm not gonna cry. You're a song and a chapter waiting to be written. And I am I can't wait to see what that looks like. So congratulations, and keep becoming. You're the only ones who are going to make me cry.
Oh, the memories that brought real tears. Thank you, Mrs. Rose Foster. We are building and molding the students to be lifelong learners. Thank you, Mrs. Rose Foster, again. And congratulations on your second reflection. It is time to bring some sparkle to the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my absolute pleasure to welcome on stage the prep school choir who will be sweeping us off our feet. And they are the award-winning the Gold Award-winning JCDC 2025 winners. See, I am all over the place because I'm so proud of them. But I want you to welcome them as they sing a medley titled The Land. Let the sweet harmonies and heartfelt voices carry you on a musical journey that you soon won't forget. I also invite Mrs. Ariel Maddox and Mrs. Silica Sutherland Acosta, our musical extraordinaires, to come forward.
Hillel, this you know, and we're going to the land of love. Yeah, come. Let's go! There is a land far, far away, where there's no night, there's only day. Look into the book of life, and you will see that there's a land far, far away. That there's a land far, far away. The King of Kings and the Lord of Lords sits upon his throne as he used to song. Look into the book of life and you will see that he used a song. That he used a song. There's a land that I heard about so far across the sea.
ladies and gentlemen. Indeed, a gold-winning performance. We are truly proud. Indeed, it deserves another round of applause. At this time, I welcome on stage Leila Wong and Raul Batia to lead us with the Pride Pledge.
In a brand new chapter, we bring with us more than just memories. We carry the values that shaped our story at Hillel Prep. These values rooted on our Hillel pride and reminded us of who we are and who we strive to become. Young people of personal responsibility, respect, integrity, determination, and empathy.
Graduation marks the close of one beautiful book and the start of another, one filled with new characters, plots, and dreams. But no matter where our next chapter takes us, the values we've learned will continue to light our way, helping us write a future we can be proud of.
Class of 2025, please rise and join us as we proudly recite the Hillel Prep Pride Pledge, our compass for the journey ahead. Pride is doing my duty to the best of my ability, for as long as I have to, for as many times as I have to, in order to get the job done. Thank you, class of 2025. You may be seated.
Thank you. Thank you, Leila and Raul. I know they almost said good morning, teachers, and good morning, friends. At this time, I invite the teachers to join me on stage for the presentation of certificates and subject awards. We will have the grade 6 teachers, Miss Chanel Johnson and Miss Elizabeth McGee, with the support of Tamika Thompson and Miss Kishana Thomas. First, Miss McGee and our head of school, Mr. Mark Rosenblum, will present the first half of the certificates and awards, followed by Miss Chanel Johnson and our principal, Mrs. Sharika Rose Foster, will present the final set.
Good evening, everyone, and once again, welcome to what promises to be an amazing night of celebrations. We made it. We made it in one piece. To our graduating class of 2025, today we honor your hard work, growth, determination, and achievements. As one chapter closes, a new chapter begins. Remember the words of Ralph Waldo Emerson: what lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. Ladies and gentlemen, our graduates of 2025, are you ready? We're ready. Mika Bailey, Prefect, Sinai House Captain. Mika receives a special recognition for highly commendable work, citizenship, leadership, art, drama, information technology, library, music, physical education, Spanish, and swimming. Sekou Baker, Deputy Head Boy. Sekou receives recognition for highly commendable work, citizenship, leadership, art, drama, information technology, library, music, physical education, Spanish, and swimming. He receives subject awards for science, social studies, and math. And he has represented the school in football, track and field, and math Olympiad. Rahul Bhatia, Prefect. Rahul receives a special recognition for high academic achievement, leadership, art, drama, library, music, physical education, Spanish, and swimming. He receives subject awards for language arts, science, mathematics, and social studies. He has represented the school in swimming, table tennis, math Olympiad, and chess. Nyla Blair, Prefect, Carmel Deputy House Captain. Nyla receives special recognition for highly commendable work, citizenship, leadership, art, drama, information technology, library, music, physical education, and Spanish. She receives subject awards for language arts, science, social studies, and mathematics. Emma Chin, Prefect. Emma receives special recognition for outstanding progress, citizenship, leadership, art, drama, library, music, physical education, Spanish, and swimming. She has represented the school in swimming. Shanae Christian, Student Ambassador. Shanae receives special recognition for outstanding effort, art, drama, library, music, and swimming. She has represented the school in the JCDC Music Festival. Jackson Clark, Student Ambassador. Jackson receives a special recognition for commendable work, drama, library, physical education, and Spanish. He receives the subject awards for science and mathematics. Elias Cooper, Prefect, Carmel Deputy Sports Captain. Elias receives a special recognition for highly commendable work, citizenship, leadership, art, drama, library, music, physical education, Spanish, and swimming. He receives subject awards for social studies, and he has represented the school in swimming. Emma Venice Curran. Emma Venice receives a special recognition for commendable work, art, drama, library, physical education, and Spanish. Sarah Henriquez. Prefect. Sarah receives a special recognition for highly commendable work, citizenship, leadership, art, drama, information technology, library, music, physical education, Spanish, and swimming. She receives subject awards for language arts, science, and math. Special award, the Silver Pen for writing, and she has represented the school in the JCDC Music Festival and in swimming. Mila Hosang. Deputy Head Girl, Carmel House Captain. Mila receives a special recognition for outstanding progress, citizenship, leadership, art, drama, library, music, physical education, and Spanish. And she has represented the school in the JCDC Music Festival. Justin Hu. Justin receives a special recognition for outstanding progress, art, drama, library, and music. He has received the subject awards for mathematics. He has represented the school in the Math Olympiad. And Justin gets a special award for the most improved boy. Noah Kim. Deputy Head Boy, Sinai Deputy House Captain. Noah receives a special recognition for academic excellence, citizenship, leadership, drama, information technology, library, music, physical education, Spanish, and swimming. He receives the subject awards for language arts, science, social studies, and math, and he has represented the school in swimming. Vikyath Komati. Vikyath receives a special recognition for highly commendable work, citizenship, drama, information technology, library, music, physical education, and Spanish. He has represented the school in robotics. Christine Liu. Prefect. Christine receives special recognition for highly commendable work, leadership, art, drama, library, music, physical education, and Spanish. She receives subject awards for language arts, science, and math. Jonathan Lookin. Prefect, Student Ambassador. Jonathan receives special recognition for highly commendable work, citizenship, leadership, drama, information technology, library, music, physical education, and Spanish. He receives subject awards for language arts, science, and math, and he has represented the school in the Math Olympiad. Jay Slow. Prefect, Carmel Sports Captain. Jace receives special recognition for highly commendable work, citizenship, leadership, drama, library, music, physical education, Spanish, and swimming. He receives subject awards for language arts and science, and he has represented the school in football. Isla Lynch. Isla receives a special recognition for outstanding progress, citizenship, art, drama, library, music, physical education, and Spanish. And Isla gets a special award for the most improved girl. Charlie Matthews. Prefect, Charlie receives a special recognition for commendable work, citizenship, leadership, art, drama, information technology, library, music, physical education, and Spanish. Mishika Mengwani. Mishika receives a special recognition for commendable work, citizenship, leadership, art, drama, library, music, physical education, Spanish, and swimming. Hadia Nabil. Student Ambassador. Hadia receives a special recognition for highly commendable work, art, drama, information technology, library, music, physical education, and Spanish. Kelvin Osborne. Sinai Deputy Sports Captain. Kelvin receives a special recognition for outstanding effort, drama, library, and physical education, and he has represented the school in football. Jessica Pan. Jessica receives a special recognition for highly commendable work, art, drama, library, music, Spanish, and swimming. Subject awards for science and math. and she has represented the school in swimming. Zane Peart. Zane receives a special recognition for commendable work, citizenship, punctuality and attendance, drama, library, and physical education. He has represented the school in swimming and football. Kanye Pinnock. Student Ambassador. Kanye receives a special recognition for outstanding effort, drama, library, music, and swimming, and he has represented the school in football. Zoe Powell. Zoe receives a special recognition for outstanding progress, art, drama, information technology, library, music, and physical education, and she receives a subject award for science. Bailey Power. Prefect, Masada Deputy Sports Captain. Bailey receives a special recognition for commendable work, citizenship, leadership, punctuality and attendance, art, drama, information technology, library, music, physical education, Spanish, and swimming. Subject awards for social studies, and she has represented the school in swimming. At this time, it is my pleasure to invite Mrs. Rose Foster. Ms. Johnson is already here to continue the distribution of certificates and awards. As we continue to reflect on all that our graduates have achieved and all that lies ahead of them, I say to you, my darlings, remember the words of Eleanor Roosevelt: the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Rose Foster and Miss Johnson.
Thank you, Miss McGee. Good evening to our audience, and special good evening to the graduating class of 2025. Thomas Wilder once said, "It's hard to turn the page when you know someone won't be in the next chapter, but the story must go on." With that in mind, it is my honor to continue the meaningful task of introducing the rest of our graduates. Paige Powell. Paige is the head girl and also Masada house captain. Paige receives special recognition for highly commendable work, citizenship, leadership, punctuality and attendance, art, drama, information technology, library, music, physical education, Spanish and swimming. Subject awards for language arts, science and social studies. Paige also receives a special award for Silver Pen for writing. She has represented the school in swimming, track and field, and math Olympiad. Zoe Robinson. Prefect. Zoe receives special recognition for highly commendable work, citizenship, leadership, art, drama, information technology, library, music, physical education, and Spanish. Subject awards for language arts and science. She has represented the school in table tennis. Ayla Sam. Prefect, Maccabees Deputy House Captain. Ayla receives special recognition for commendable work, citizenship, leadership, art, drama, information technology, library, music, physical education, Spanish, and swimming. Subject award for science. She has represented the school in swimming. Ayla also gets a special award for most improved girl. Kennedy Samuda. Prefect. Kennedy receives special recognition for high academic achievement, citizenship, leadership, art, drama, information technology, library, physical education, Spanish, and swimming. Subject awards for language arts, science, social studies, and mathematics. She has represented the school in Math Olympiad. Zachary Saunders. Zachary receives special recognition for commendable work, drama, library, music, physical education, and Spanish. He has represented the school in football. Mark Schnorr. Mark is a prefect and also a student ambassador. Mark receives special recognition for commendable work, leadership, art, drama, library, music, physical education, Spanish, and swimming. He has represented the school in swimming. Maya Scott. Maya receives special recognition for commendable work, art, drama, library, music, physical education, Spanish, and swimming. Subject award for science. Sahai Suel. Sahai is a prefect. Sahai receives special recognition for commendable work, citizenship, leadership, drama, library, music, physical education, Spanish, and swimming. Subject award for mathematics. Sienna Reese Sharp. Prefect, Sinai Sports Captain. Sienna receives special recognition for highly commendable work, citizenship, leadership, art, drama, library, music, physical education, Spanish, and swimming. She also got subject awards for science and social studies. She has represented the school in swimming and math Olympiad. Devanshi Shekawat. Devanshi receives special recognition for commendable work, art, drama, library, music, and physical education. She receives a subject award for science. Adam Silvera. Prefect, Maccabees House Captain. Adam receives special recognition for commendable work, leadership, library, and physical education. He has represented the school in football, table tennis, and track and field. Aiden Silvera, Maccabees Deputy Sports Captain. Aiden receives special recognition for outstanding effort, drama, library, music, physical education, and swimming. He has represented the school in football and table tennis. Noah Spence. Noah is a prefect and also Masada sports captain. Noah receives special recognition for highly commendable work, leadership, drama, information technology, library, physical education, Spanish, and swimming. Subject awards for science, social studies, and mathematics. He has represented the school in swimming, football, and track and field. Joshua Townsend. Joshua receives special recognition for commendable work, drama, library, music, physical education, Spanish, and swimming. He has represented the school in swimming and football. Adam Solo. Adam receives special recognition for commendable work, drama, information technology, library, music, physical education, Spanish, and swimming. William Wan. William is the head boy and also Maccabees sports captain. William receives special recognition for academic excellence, citizenship, leadership, art, drama, information technology, library, music, physical education, Spanish, and swimming. Subject awards for language arts, science, mathematics, and social studies. He also receives a special award for silver pen for writing. He has represented the school in swimming and math Olympiad. Adam Wilson. Adam receives special recognition for outstanding progress, library, physical education, and swimming. He has represented the school in football and track and field. Layla Wong. Deputy head girl, Masada Deputy House Captain. Layla receives special recognition for commendable work, citizenship, leadership, art, drama, information technology, library, music, physical education, Spanish, and swimming. Subject awards for language arts and mathematics. She has represented the school in swimming and the JCDC Music Festival. Lily Young. Prefect, Student Ambassador. Lily receives special recognition for highly commendable work, leadership, art, drama, library, music, and Spanish. Subject awards for language arts, science, and social studies. She also received the special award for silver pen for writing. She has represented the school in the JCDC Music Festival. Shengbo Zhuang. Shengbo receives Shengbo receives special recognition for outstanding progress, drama, library, and physical education. Shengbo gets a special award for most improved boy. As I conclude the honor of introducing the graduating class of 2025, I leave you graduates with the wise words of A. A. Milne. You are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. Thank you very much.
Well done, graduates. Thank you to our presenters. Moving on to the students' reflection, I now invite the head boy, William Wan, and head girl, Paige Powell, to deliver the students' reflection.
Good evening, esteemed guests, dedicated teachers, proud parents, and of course, the incredible, unstoppable, unforgettable graduating class of 2025.
We made it. Today, we stand here, smiling, reflective, and maybe just a little taller as we turn the page on one unforgettable chapter and step boldly into the next.
It feels surreal. One moment we were tying shoelaces in K1, figuring out how to open lunch kits without spilling juice. And now, here we are, standing at our own graduation, getting ready to walk out of the gates of Hillel Prep and into a brand new adventure.
Our journey from those first shy hellos to this proud goodbye has been packed with growth, lessons, and stories we'll be telling for the rest of our lives. We've worked hard, really hard. Prep tested more than just our knowledge. It tested our patience, our resilience, and our ability to keep going when things got tough. There were nights we stared at science notes that felt more like riddles, social studies dates that just wouldn't stick, and math problems that made us want to scream. Why is X always hiding? But we didn't give up. We showed up and we pushed through.
PEP tested more than just what we knew. It tested our patience, our time management, our confidence, and our nerves. But it also revealed our strength. We may have bent, but we didn't break. We supported each other, lifted each other, and found ways to laugh even through the pressure. And through it all, we had the voice of Miss McGee, cheering us on, reminding us what we're capable of. Right before an exam or a big task, she'd look at us and say, "What you going to do in the paper?" And without hesitation, we'd shout back with all the fire in our hearts, and that unbreakable, fearless, unstoppable spirit. That is what it means to be a Hillel Prep graduate.
We balanced homework, field trips, sports meets, swim trials, and, let's be honest, a lot of laughter. We supported each other, competed against each other, helped each other, and sometimes annoyed each other. But in all of it, we became more than classmates. We became a family full of unique personalities. The dancers, the jokers, the quiet thinkers, the football legends, the drama stars, the snack distributors, and even the unofficial class comics. We shared inside jokes, field trip adventures, and lunch under the gazebo. We played dodgeball in class, watched movies in our PJs, and nearly fell asleep before the opening credits.
From water bottle battles on the field to choreographing music routines and acting out dramatic scenes, we weren't just students, we were stars in our own reality show. Picture Day wasn't just about photos, it turned into an undercover interview session with teachers all over campus. Journalism, grade 6 style. So, whether it was the Mavis Bank Coffee Factory or a random moment on the bus, something about field trips just unlocked our best selves. We sang, we laughed, we got in trouble for being too loud, and we loved every second. We even tricked Vikaf in a game of tag on his first day back. Welcome back, Hillel style.
Some say they scored the greatest goal in PE history. Others say they just got lucky. Either way, sports brought us together, from our last sports day to epic football matches on the field. And there was Saku's game show moment. We may never be on Jeopardy, but for those few minutes, we were all trivia champions.
And how could we forget our teachers? Oh, our teachers! From Miss McGee's famous shoe kicks that turned into PE goals, to our samurai sword jokes and hilarious nicknames, class was never boring. She made us laugh, she made us think, and she pushed us to do our best, whether we believed in ourselves, yes or not. To Miss Thomas, who's been such a great support for us, someone we know we could always talk to about our concerns, without judgment or ridicule. Having you as a safe space has been an absolute blessing. To Miss Thompson, who gives some of the best advice and guidance, especially when we have problems in our friendships. She helped us to understand that it won't be like this for long, a key truth to take with us throughout our lives. Miss Johnson, who brought calm wisdom and steady support, and every single teacher along the way. Thank you. You didn't just teach us lessons, you helped shape us.
It wasn't just the academics that shaped our journey. For many of us, the real challenge was trying to meet the expectations, those set by others, and sometimes the even harder ones we placed on ourselves. One classmate shared, "I'm not living up to my expectations because of my grades so far." Another admitted, I found it hard to balance schoolwork and swim training." These weren't small struggles. They tested our grit, stretched our self-awareness, and taught us what it means to keep going even when it's tough. For me, one of the proudest moments was becoming head boy of this amazing school. That badge wasn't just about leadership. It was a daily reminder to serve, to listen, and to stand up for others. And to every student who led in their own way this year, through kindness, humor, resilience, or quiet courage, this moment belongs to you too. We grew together, we showed up for each other, and we're walking forward stronger because of it.
Over the past year, we've learned so much more than maths and language arts. We've learned how to speak up for ourselves, how to ask for help, how to stand by a friend, how to handle disappointment, and how to celebrate even the smallest victories. We've also discovered that real friendship isn't always about being perfect. It's about showing up, staying honest, and being there when it matters most. Whether it was helping someone find a lost wallet, sharing snacks on long days, or simply saying, "You've got this," we were there for each other. Even in our hardest moments, we weren't alone. One classmate shared, "I find it hard for people to listen and understand me. That's why I'm grateful for Miss Richards. She's a true hero." That statement alone reminds us sometimes just having someone believe in you makes all the difference.
To our parents and families, thank you. Thank you for the early morning rides, the lunch money, the last-minute project supplies, and most of all, the constant love and support that got us here. You've cheered us on from the sidelines, lifted us through the tough days, and believed in us even when we forgot to say thank you. Well, we're saying it now, loudly, gratefully, from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you.
And to the graduating class, this moment is ours. Some of us can't wait to start high school. Others wish we had a little more time in this chapter. But all of us are stepping forward, ready or almost ready for what comes next.
We don't know exactly what lies ahead. New classrooms, new teachers, new friendships, and yes, probably more homework. But we do know this, we're not stepping into the unknown empty-handed. We carry with us the values of pride, personal responsibility, respect, integrity, determination, and empathy. These aren't just words we said in assemblies. They're part of who we are.
And to the graduating class, this moment is ours. Some of us can't wait to start high school. Sorry. So, let us walk into this next chapter with courage and curiosity. Let's keep our heads up, our dreams big, our hearts kind. Let's keep laughing, keep learning, and keep lifting each other up.
To the class of 2025, this is not goodbye. This is thank you for the memories, see you in the next story, and let's go make more. As Gloria Estefan reminds us in our graduation song, some dreams live on in time forever. Let's go make ours real.
Congratulations, class of 2025. Our new chapter begins right now.
Give it up for head girl Paige and head boy William. My great audience, let's shift gears and roll out the red carpet for our special awards segment. First up, we have the Chairman's Interhouse Trophy, and in the absence of our Chairman, Mr. Philip Enriquez, I invite Mrs. Alexi Robinson to present the following award. Mrs. Alexi Robinson is a member of the board. This award is given to the overall champion house based on the points accumulated from Sports Day and the Interhouse Football Competition 2025. And the overall champion house starts with an M, Maccabees! We invite the Maccabees house leaders to please come on stage to collect the following award. We have William 1, Adam Silvera, and Isla Sam. Lift it high, lift it high. Well done, Maccabees. Thank you, Mrs. Robinson. And they're still having their moment, guys. Just give us a few more minutes. Few more minutes. That's the green team. Give it up for Maccabees. Well done. Next up, we have the Brownie of the Year Award. This award is given to the grade 6 Brownie who has been an active participant and who has made exemplary progress in all aspects of her development. I now invite on stage our Brownie leader, Miss Renee Smith, who will do us the honor of presenting this award. The Brownie of the Year Award goes to Paige Powell. Continue with the applause. She's coming. Congratulations, Paige. And thank you so much, Miss Smith. Up next, the Literary Arts Award. This Mrs. Utafan Sutherland, or librarian, will join us for the Literary Arts Award. This award highlights a student who is an avid reader at an advanced level and demonstrates his or her depth of understanding for literature. This award goes to two students, William Wan and Zoe Robinson. Continue with the applause. Thank you so much, Mrs. Utafan Sutherland. We are down to our Cub Scouts Award. This award is given to the Cub Scout who has exhibited an outstanding level of commitment and provided exceptional leadership to the Cub Scouts pack. I invite Miss LaShonda Mussington, our Cub Scout coordinator, to the stage to present this award. And it goes to a male student who was just on stage, William Wan. Congratulations again to William. Thank you, Miss Mussington. The Sheila Purdom Creative and Performing Arts Award. The following awardees have made significant contributions to the life of the school through the creative and performing arts. I now invite the team leader of the visual and performing arts in the prep school, Miss Janice Francis, to do the presentations. For this category, 3 students will receive for drama, 2 students for art, and 1 student will receive for music. For drama, the award goes to Sarah Henriquez, Layla Wong, and Mila Hosang. stay on stage. For art, the award goes to Jessica Pan and Christine Liu. And finally, the award for the music category. This person is on stage. She is Sarah Henriquez. Ladies, we need a group photo, so I ask you to stay on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, our Sheila Purdom awardees. Well done, ladies. Thank you, Miss Francis. The Digital Dynamo ICT Award. I now invite Miss Leanne Williams to present the following award. The Digital Dynamo Award recognizes a graduating student who has consistently excelled in ICT throughout the year. This student demonstrates strong skills and creativity, tackling real-world problems with a passion for technology. Let's call on stage the proud winner of this award, and she was just on stage, Sarah Henriquez. Give it up for our rising star. Congratulations, Sarah. Thank you, Leanne Williams. Please forgive my Spanish. The Premio Excelencia en Español Award, it will be presented by Silica Sutherland Acosta, and I know she's going to correct me tomorrow. This award is presented to the student who has achieved the highest grade average in Spanish, demonstrated outstanding oral fluency, and shown remarkable collaboration and Spanish cultural appreciation. The award goes to two young fellows, Jonathan Lookin and Noah Kim. Well done, Noah and Jonathan. Thank you, Mrs. Sutherland. Moving on to the Sports Awards. The Most Valuable Swimmer Award is given to a male and a female who have earned the most points from swimming meets for this year. I now invite the swim coaches, Wendy Lee and Alex Beckford, who will present these awards. And our coaches are coming. And the winners are William 1, Noah Kim, and Sienna Reed Sharp. Our champions in the pool. Very well deserving award, ladies and gentlemen. For our Sports Personality of the Year, Mr. Dexter Bennett, head of the Physical Education Department, please join me on stage for the next round of awards. The following students have represented Hillel Academy Prep in several sporting activities. They are involved in co-curricular and house activities and have been extremely enthusiastic, reliable, and very talented team players. These are the hallmarks of what it takes to receive the Sports Personality of the Year award. The recipient of this year's Female Sports Personality of the Year award goes to Sienna Reese. And our Male Sports Personality of the Year goes to, and this young man has a lot of personality, I must say, Jay Slow. Well done. Congratulations, Sienna and Jace. Thank you, Mr. Bennett. The Citizenship Trophy. Please welcome Mrs. Delia Alert, our PTA President, to present the Judy D'Souza Citizenship Trophies. This award is given to the student who has demonstrated outstanding support for the goals of the class, house, school, and wider community. These students possess a sense of responsibility, initiative, good moral values, and gain respect from their peers. This evening, the Judy D'Souza Citizenship Trophy goes to, in 6-1, Elias Cooper and Mishika Mengwani. And we have a proud dad in the house. And for 6-2, the award goes to Sekou Baker and Kennedy Samuda. Congratulations to the awardees. Thank you so much to our PTA president. The Rose Williams Memorial Trophy. This trophy goes to the students who have demonstrated the IB learner profile with emphasis on two aspects: respect and empathy. Please welcome to the stage Miss Rochelle McClymont, our teaching and learning coordinator, to present this award. Tonight, this award goes to, and I believe we're going to hear the horn again, Elias Cooper and Sekou Baker. Congratulations. Congratulations, Elias and Sekou. Thank you, Miss McClymont. The Hillel Pride Award. We now invite our guidance counselor, Mrs. Andrea Russell, to present the Hillel Pride Award. This award is given to a boy and girl from each class who have consistently demonstrated the Hillel Pride characteristics of personal responsibility, respect, integrity, determination, and empathy. The awardees are William Wan, Mila Hosang, Jonathan Lukin, and Kennedy Samuda. That was the Hillel Pride Award. Now to the Principals Award. I now invite Mrs. Rose Foster to the stage for the next presentation. The prestigious Principals Award is granted to the male and female who have achieved the highest overall average for the year, embodying excellence in academics and a commitment to learning. Their unwavering dedication, exemplary work ethic, and thirst for knowledge set them apart as shining examples of academic achievement within our school community. This year's male recipient of the Principal Award is Noah Kim. Ladies and gentlemen, Noah Kim. And this year's female recipient of the Principals Award for 2025 goes to Nyla Blair. Angela Blair, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Mrs. Rose Foster. Congratulations, Noah and Nyla. And finally, on to the big one, the Hillel Award. Welcome back to the stage our head of school, Mr. Mark Rosenblum. I think he thinks he's a track star. The Hillel Award, or highest accolade, is awarded to a well-rounded student who is exemplary throughout his or her tenure at Hillel Academy, reflects the core values of the school. This student displays excellent work ethic in various subject areas and has been actively involved in creative endeavors. He or she must have a caring and responsible attitude towards the school and extended community, and has demonstrated leadership qualities in different aspects of his or her school life. Tonight, the recipient of the Hillel Award goes to William Wan. William Wan, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations, William, and thank you, Mr. Rosenblum. My wonderful audience, we are now at the singing of the graduation song. The graduation song will now be performed by, you guessed it, the graduates. I now welcome them to do their song.
the distance this time. Seeing more, the higher I climb. That the more I believe, oh, the more that this dream will be mine. If I could reach higher, 'cause from the very till you die, you will hold me in my life. I'm gonna keep reaching stronger. I'm my very best. I put my spirit to the test. If I chapters in our lives, we will achieve a million dreams. We will reach. Every light I reach, this color fill my head. My million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be. One night million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. If I could reach, hey!
Let the lyrics resonate, graduates. You were exceptional. Please, another round of applause for graduates. Thank you. Gratitude is a must. I now invite our prefect, Sienna Resharp, and deputy head boy, Noah Kim, to deliver the vote of thanks.
On behalf of the Hillel Prep graduating class of 2025, I stand here with deep gratitude and joy as we celebrate this incredible milestone together. First, we would like to extend our sincere gratitude to our chairman of the board, Mr. Philip Henriquez, for a continued commitment to the Hillel Prep vision. Our heartfelt thanks to Mr. Stephen Henriquez for his spiritual guidance and for bringing the benediction today. Your wisdom and support over the years has been invaluable to us. And to Director Mr. Mark Rosenblum for his steady leadership and thoughtful guidance. Your quiet strength and support have helped shape an environment where both students and staff can thrive.
A heartfelt thank you to our principal, Mrs. Sharika Rose Foster, for your bold, visionary leadership and unwavering belief in us. You've changed us to rise, reminded us that we are capable of excellence, and that the best version of ourselves is always worth striving for. To Miss Rochelle McClymont, our teaching and learning coordinator, thank you for raising the bar and helping us aim higher every step of the way. And to Miss Richards, our grade 5 and 6 team leader, thank you for our dedication to our success.
To our amazing grade 6 teachers, Miss Elizabeth McGee, Miss Chanel Johnson, Miss Tamika Thompson, Miss Kishwana Thomas, and Miss Renee Smith, thank you for being more than educators. You have been mentors, motivators, and champions of our potential, whether it was explaining a tough concept, cheering us on, or simply reminding us to believe in ourselves. You stood with us every step of the way. We also thank Miss Anika Hans, who taught us over the first 2 terms. And to all of our specialist teachers in music, Spanish, visual arts, physical education, drama, ICT, library, and more, thank you for expanding our minds beyond the core subjects and giving us the chance to discover our talents, passions, and creativity. Together, you have each played a part in helping us become not just better students, but better people.
We also want to thank those who have supported our development beyond the classroom. To Mrs. Russell, our guidance counselor, thank you for always providing a safe space, a listening ear, and a calm presence. To Miss Waugh, our ever-reliable prep school administrative assistant, and Nurse Kimmy, who was always there with the care, comfort, and the occasional call home. Thank you for looking out for us day in and day out.
To our families, thank you for being our loudest cheerleaders, our strongest supporters, and our fiercest advocates. You stayed up late helping with projects, woke up early to get us out of the door, listened patiently to worries, dried tears, and celebrated every success, big or small. This day is not just ours. It belongs to you too. Thank you for your endless support and love.
To Nyla and Elias, thank you for starting our ceremony with a heartfelt and sincere prayer. You reminded us to be grounded and grateful as we step into a new chapter. To Mila and Sekou, your vibrant introduction captured the spirit of our class and reminded everyone that the adventure is just beginning. To Layla and Rahul, thank you for leading us in the Hillel Prep Pride Pledge. You helped us affirm the values that will carry us forward: personal responsibility, respect, integrity, determination, and empathy. To our head girl and head boy, Paige and William, thank you for your touching reflection. Your words captured our journey with honesty, laughter, and heart. We are proud to have been led by you.
We also want to thank everyone who worked tirelessly behind the scenes to make this day and our journey so special. To our graduation committee, thank you for your careful planning and creative touches that brought this celebration to life. To Mr. Hyatt, Miss Karen, and our dedicated ancillary team, thank you for creating a safe, clean, and welcoming space where we could learn, grow, and simply be kids. Your work may be behind the scenes, but it never goes unnoticed. A big thank you to Mrs. Ariel Maddox for preparing us for our graduation song, Reach by Gloria Estefan. Your guidance helped us find our voices and close this chapter with harmony, pride, and hope.
A big thank you to Miss Tanisha Francis, who ensured that every detail of this event was coordinated with excellence. This space feels magical because of your hard work and vision. To Mr. Lorenzo Hall, Mr. Kenra Burgess, and the audiovisual team, thank you for bringing this event to life, literally. From crisp sound to seamless live streaming, your expertise has made it possible for those near and far to witness and celebrate this special day with us. Because of you, no one had to miss a single moment. To Mr. Anthony Miller, thank you for your guidance in preparing us to speak with confidence and clarity. Your coaching gave our voices power and helped us carry our message with presence and pride.
As we begin to close, we would like to offer a special thank you to our Master of Ceremonies and Vice Principal, Ms. Peta Gay Gale. Your warmth, energy, and effortless grace carry today's celebration with elegance and joy. Thank you for guiding us through each moment with poise and heart. We are truly grateful.
To every person in the audience, thank you for celebrating with us. Your love and support have made this day truly unforgettable. As we move on to high school and new chapters, we take with us the lessons, memories, and friendships from our Hillel prep days. Thank you all for being a part of our journey.
Thank you, Sienna, Reese Sharp, and Noah Kim for delivering the vote of thanks. And I think Noah pronounced my name in the same way they would pronounce it in St. Elizabeth. So thank you, Noah, for that reminder. Now, moving on to the benediction. Ladies and gentlemen, we close this evening's ceremony with a blessing. We invite Mr. Stephen Henriquez, spiritual leader of the United Congregation of Israelites, to do the benediction.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I ask that you kindly stand. And I ask also that this evening you pray with me and not me pray at you. Father God, how wonderful are the works of your hands as we gather here today to celebrate a step forward into new places with new people and new experiences. Let us not forget the blessings that follow behind us for this school, which has given us a place to learn and a strong foundation to build upon as we take this next step into your world. For our teachers who have so richly loved and cared for us, even at our worst. For our families who have cheered us on to the finish line and stood by our sides through the many bumps in the road. And on this day especially, we thank you for the friends that we have found among our classmates. May the Lord bless you and keep you all. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord lift up the light of his countenance upon you and grant you and all those near and dear to you and these graduates the blessing of peace. Amen. You may be seated. Thank you.
And now we will have a special presentation done by our prefect body members to our board chair. In his absence, I asked Mrs. Alexi Robinson to do the honors. This will be presented by Jonathan Lukin. Up next, Adam Wilson will present to our head of school, Mr. Mark Rosenblum. Sarah Henriquez will present to the spiritual leader, Mr. Stephen Henriquez. Mark Schnorr will present to our principal, Mrs. Sharika Rose Foster. Jessica Pan will present to Miss Pettigay Gale, Vice Principal and MC. Emma Chin will present to Miss Chanel Johnson, grade 6-1 teacher. Noah Spence will present to Miss Elizabeth McGee. Miss McGee is the grade 6-2 teacher. Jace Lowe will present to the teaching assistant in 6-1, Tamika Thompson. Bailey Powell will present to Miss Kishana Thompson. Okay. Miss Elizabeth McGee will collect on behalf of Kishana Thomas, the teaching assistant in 6-2. Thank you, students, and thank you. Now we will have a special presentation titled Then and Now. Quite the tearjerker. My audience, it gives me great pleasure to present our brilliant Grade 6 2025 graduates. Round of applause for them. It is a bittersweet moment as I started this journey at Hillel with these brilliant students in grade 5, and today they are leaving us at the prep school. They are not just closing one chapter, but the exciting chapter begins of high school. As you step into this next phase of your journey, I charge you to move forward with courage, embrace change, not as something to fear, but as the doorway to discovery. Let every challenge be your opportunity to rise, and let every setback remind you of how strong you truly are. Be kind, be courageous, be bold. Hold fast to the values that have guided you so far. Personal responsibility, respect, integrity, determination, and empathy. These will be your compass as you navigate new classrooms, new friendships, and new opportunities. Remember, class of 2025, you are the author of your own story. Dream big, write boldly, and never stop turning the pages. The world is waiting to read what comes next. Congratulations, class of 2025. Your new chapter begins now. Write it well. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been my honor and a true pleasure being your MC for this wonderful occasion. I thank you for celebrating with us. I wish you all a good night. We invite everyone to remain to stand as the graduating class of 2025 exits. Graduates, are we ready? Go ahead. Please cheer them on. Keep the applause going. Keep the applause going, ladies and gentlemen. They are off to high school. Can you believe it?